Hey guys, it's me, Christina. So I'm here to talk about Breaking Dawn. So Breaking Dawn Part 1 was amazing. So I'm gonna go step by step by step, well, as far as it goes. Okay, so first we're gonna talk about the opening. Opening the movie was amazing. It was so foggy and so pretty, and they said they always say the quote in Breaking Dawn or they always say the quote that's in the beginning of the book. And Eclipse, my favorite, it was not a quote, it was actually a poem. Well, they're poems. I'm gonna shut up. So it starts for Bella's learning how to walk in heels, and it was so just Alice is and then she's like, "Can't I just go barefoot?" And that would probably be me also, because I can't walk in heels to save my life. And it's kind of scary, and she's wearing these white like and these heels are this tall, and I'm like, Bella tripped on ice in the first movie. How is she supposed to like walk in heels? But Alice is very persistent, and everyone's getting ready for the wedding. There's being like blocks of wood, logs. They're being taken, and everyone's getting ready for the big day. And then Bella goes home. She's packing all her stuff, and um she looks at the um the dream catcher that Jacob gave her, and then Edward comes over, and then we get to see a flashback of him when he was at that time, when he was scary, and we found out that he used to kill murderers and killers, and I'm like, and there's I'm not I just keep thinking why that I switched from Jacob to Edward. And it wasn't just because Jacob is very attractive. It was because Edward whines. He's "Mm," and I like Edward. I think he's a romantic, and but if you're gonna think on reality, Jacob is more reality. And I will have one of those conversations between Team Edward and Team Jacob one of these days. Um, I might do that after. And he's that's I was this horrible person, and I'm like, Edward, I might um, and then there's this big boom, and then Emmett and Jasper come to take Edward to his bachelor party, and which is not include of strippers, um, mountain lions and bears, and of course I love that scene because I love Emmett and Jasper. I love them all. Um, so then it comes to the wedding, and well, before that, she has this weird, creepy dream, and oh my god, it was so weird, but so awesome. And then it comes to the wedding, and then her mom's there and her dad, and they give her these hair comb things to put in her hair, and what else? Her dress was so beautiful. They've been pulling out this dress since we got the trailer. All you could see was like her head and then like part of the dress. But when the movie came and then she's walking down the aisle, it's like kind of like in the back, it's like you can see part of like her back, and then there's these pearl like lace buttons, and I'm not a fashion expert, so I'm like against like long like flowy dresses, but this was not a long flowy dress. This was like a like not Victorian, very old fashioned, very beautiful, and I love that dress. I want that dress. And it was so beautiful. And then we see that Seth is there and Billy and Seth's mom, who Charlie hits on. And if anyone who's read Breaking Dawn knows the ending, um like they're like getting closer, and Billy like whacks him. And I was laughing because I love Billy and Charlie because they make me laugh. And then what else? Jacob's there, and then we all know that scene with Jacob gets like very heavy, and then Sam's being an ass, of course, because he's alpha. And I think he just like takes alpha a little too seriously. Like, yeah, I rule you, too bad, Jacob. And then Jacob just leaves. And then the honeymoon was so intense and beautiful. Like Alesme, when I first read about it, it sounded so pretty, and I couldn't wait to see it when they put it in the movies. And when I saw it, it was like everything I want in like a honeymoon like cottage and more. And it's so pretty, and then it was just so like romantic. And my favorite part was um Bella, she's in this like black lingerie, and then she's like standing like in this like position, and then Edward like he rolls over laughing, and I was like hysterical. And then she's like mostly trying to seduce him, which I thought was so funny. And because she'd like wear something different each time, and then one night she like woke up like crying, and that's when like you start figuring out, well, she must be pregnant. And then she finds out she's pregnant, and all hell breaks loose. And then Jacob finds out that Bella called Charlie, and he goes over to the Collins house, and he finds Bella, and she looks terrible. And I just love Jacob because he's just so, and you could tell he's like so like mature in this one, because the way he like the way he dresses and the way he like puts himself out there. And I just think Jacob is just very, I just feel so bad for him. And with like this whole like pregnancy, it was so creepy but so amazing. And hearing like the wolves, like how they talk to each other, was so cool, and I loved it. And then there was this part when Jacob stood up to Sam. I loved that part. And then he left the pack, and then Seth left the pack, and then Leah leaves the pack. And then I kind of felt bad, so bad for Leah, because I think Jacob and Leah would have made a very good match. But other than that, Bella ends up breaking a rib, and then Edward's like so mad because he's like, why was this like worth it? Like, what was the point anymore? Like, I loved you and now you're gonna die. And I like was like agreeing with Edward because I was like, really? Yeah, like really, what was the point? But then he ends up hearing the baby's mind, like his thoughts. His, yeah. And then they were talking about names for the baby, and they talked about EJ and Renesmee, and we all know how that ends up. And I loved when Edward heard the baby's thoughts. It was just such a cute scene, and it was just so sweet. And when Bella first drinks blood was weird, and and Jacob's like the kid's probably thirsty in his mind, and Edward's like, well, Jacob had an idea. It was a snide remark. I love Jacob. And then the baby got really. I was talking about this with my mom and my brother because we dragged my brother to go see Breaking Dawn at midnight. Um, and we were talking because the part where like her back cracks, like, and then she drops the cup, the baby was probably like really thirsty and wanted blood, so it like tore. And then the birthing scene was so ew and crazy and everything that I imagined and more, and creepy and really gross, and it was amazing, and the baby was so adorable. And then the imprinting scene was freaking amazing, and then you could see like the future between Jacob and Renesmee was so pretty. And then when they figured like Bella's dead, but when Edward's like he's like biting over, and I'm like, oh my god, because you know how it goes. Like if you read the book, and then you could see like inside her, like, and then like that it's working, and then at the almost end, like when they like put on like this blue dress, and you could see like it's changing, and then the end with her red eyes was so crazy. It was so amazing. I loved it. And I have to point out one thing, like when like before, like in the wedding, when they were saying their vows, I don't know if anyone knows this, but the song that was at their prom was the song at their like when they were saying their vows, and I thought that was so cool. I think I might be the only one who picked up that. Oh, and the memories that she was having, like from past, and it was so cool, and I loved it. And Bill Condon did an amazing job, and I loved this. So if you haven't seen Breaking Down, go see it because it's amazing, and I loved it. And I can't wait until next year for part 2. So bye guys, and I'll see you soon.